Jai Gurudev, welcome to Connect with the Divine with Paramahamsa Sri Swami Vishwananda. Paramahamsa Vishwananda is an enlightened, God-realized spiritual master. His mission on earth is to open the hearts of mankind, and through his Bhakti Marga organization, he helps spiritual seekers experience and cultivate a very uniquely personal relationship with God. The Sanskrit word bhakti means love and devotion, and Bhakti Marga is the path of living and loving the divine in daily life. One way to do this is through chanting the name of God. This practice is also known as japam. Chanting is a very simple yet powerful practice that has been used for thousands of years. Ancient saints and yogis have called upon the power of chanting to help calm the mind and to attain higher states of consciousness. Many different spiritual traditions use chanting as a way to connect more intimately with the source of life itself. Chanting the Lord's name invokes His divine presence, and chanting with love helps you to realize Him within your own heart. You will notice that Paramahamsa Vishwananda is using a string of 108 prayer beads called a mala. A mala carries the vibrational energy of the divine name and helps to keep track of the repetitions. Paramahamsa Vishwananda will come online in just a few moments, and when he does, he will invite you to chant along with him for approximately 15 minutes. After the chanting is finished, he will lead everyone in a very short guided meditation to support Mother Earth. Once the meditation is finished, please sit quietly for a few moments to enjoy the effects of your japam. When Paramahamsa Vishwananda comes back online, he will give satsang by answering your spiritual questions and revealing timeless truths to help you rise above the challenges and fears of today's world. It is very rare to have such access to a living master, and it is even more special to have the opportunity to learn directly from him. We hope you enjoy your connection with the divine.
But have you ever looked into the eyes of a spiritual master? Come and experience it for yourself. Look into the eyes of real, unconditional love and let it open your heart. Paramahamsa Sri Swami Vishwananda is a God-realized master who lives in constant union with the divine. He lives at a place in the heart of Europe. It is called the home of the Divine Mother. From here, he is now giving what is called darshan online so that everyone can benefit. Darshan means divine sight, but simple words cannot do justice to the incredible experience of seeing and being seen by him. Look into the eyes of unconditional love and let it open your heart. You can now have your own experience of this divine master from wherever you are. Feel it for yourself and let love return.
Krishna Govinda Gopal Vachamana Shri Radhe Krishna Govinda Gopal Vachamana Shri Radhe Radhe Krishna Govinda Gopal Vachamana Shri Radhe Krishna Govinda Gopal Vachamana Shri Radhe Shri Radhe Shri Radhe राधे राधे बोल श्याम श्याम बोल राधे राधे बोल श्याम श्याम बोल श्री राधे राधे बोल श्याम श्याम बोल राधे राधे बोल श्याम श्याम बोल श्री राधे राधे बोल 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 राधे 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 बोल राधे राधे बोल राधे राधे बोल श्री राधे राधे बोल 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 राधे राधे तप्त कांचन गौरांगे राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुरे देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये श्री राधे 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 श्री राधे 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 श्री राधे 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 ओ राधे कृष्ण गोविंद गोपाल भज मन श्री राधे ओ राधे कृष्ण गोविंद गोपाल भज मन श्री राधे ओ राधे कृष्ण गोविंद गोपाल भज मन श्री राधे ओ राधे कृष्ण गोविंद गोपाल भज मन श्री राधे श्री राधे श्री राधे श्री राधे श्री राधे ओ श्री राधे श्री राधे श्री राधे श्री राधे ओ श्री राधे श्री राधे श्री राधे जय श्री राधे श्री राधे श्री राधे श्री राधे श्री राधे ओ श्री राधे श्री राधे श्री राधे जय श्री राधे श्री राधे श्री राधे श्री राधे जय श्री राधे ओ राधे 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 श्री राधे 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 श्री राधे 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 श्री राधे 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 श्री राधे कृष्ण गोविंद गोपाल भज मन श्री राधे।
राधा गोविंद मेरो है गोपाल मेरो है गोविंद मेरो है गोपाल मेरो है जय श्री गिरिधारी नंदलाल 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 मेरो है
तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि प्रिये
मेरो राधा रमन गिरिधारी गिरिधारी श्याम भगवारे मेरो राधा रमन गिरिधारी गिरिधारी श्याम बनवारी मेरो राधा रमन गिरिधारी मेरो राधा रमन गिरिधारी मेरो राधा रमन गिरिधारी मेरो राधा रमन गिरिधारी ये सारे सारे गा सा गा मा सा मा पा ये सारे सारे गा सा गा मा सा मा पा ये सा सरे रे गा सा सा गा गा मा सा गा मा पा परा मा गा मा पा परा मा गा रे परा मा गा मा पा परा मा गा रे परा मा पा परा मा पा मेरो राधा रमन गिरिधारी मेरो राधा रमन गिरिधारी ओ मेरो राधा रमन गिरिधारी 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 ओ मेरो राधा रमन गिरिधारी 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 श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की सतगुरु स्वामी विश्वानंद महाराज की जय।
राधे 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 राधे
Krishna Krishna Radhe 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 Shambho Radhe Shambho 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 Radhe Radhe
Radhe Krishna Radhe Krishna 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 Radhe 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 Shambho Radhe Shambho 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 Radhe Radhe
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Radhe 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 Shambho Radhe Shambho 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 Radhe Radhe
Radhe Krishna 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 Radhe 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 Shambho Radhe Shambho 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 Radhe Radhe
Radhe Krishna Krishna, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Shamo, Radhe Shamo, Shamo Shamo, Radhe Radhe. Shri
गिरिधारी लाल की श्री गोवर्धन गिरिधारी राधा रानी का प्यारी 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 राधे कृष्ण 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 राधे 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 श्याम 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 राधे 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 कृष्ण 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 राधे 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 श्याम 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 राधे राधे श्री गोवर्धन गिरिधारी राधा रानी का प्यारी श्री गोवर्धन गिरिधारी राधा रानी का प्यारी सभी बातों का गाना मेरे दिल तुम्हारा है सभी बातों का गाना मेरे दिल तुम्हारा है बोलो राधे कृष्णा नाम तुम्हारा नाम प्रेमा है।
Jai Gurudev, everybody. Let's chant one mala of Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya, 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 Om Namo Narayanaya. Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Harihi Om. Now, please close your eyes. Visualize on your third eye your Ishtadev or any deity you feel close to. And out of this deity, let the divine light glow for it. From your third eye, bring that light to your right eyes and then to your left one. Let it purify the sense of sight. Bring the light to your nose. Let it purify your sense of breathing. Bring the light to your mouth. Let it purify your sense of taste. Bring the light to your right ears, then to your left ears. Let it purify your sense of hearing. Bring the light next in your hand, right one, then the left one. Let it purify the sense of touch. Bring the light to your foot, the right one, then the left one. Let it purify your path in life. Bring the light to your heart now. Let it open, let it brighten. But every part of your body is just radiating the divine light. And chant with me. Asato ma sat gamaya, tamaso ma jyotir gamaya, mrityor ma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Jai Gurudev, everyone. So welcome again. The satsang will be a bit short. And just got a news right now that our region here in Springen is in lockdown again. And we will see how we will be doing Navaratri. So it will be quite difficult right now. So let's see what Giridhariji want, and that I'm sure that will be his will, that what will happen. So other things are changing daily, and well, the cases also for COVID-19 is growing, but one have to take their own precautions and really let's be ourselves and be positive in God's love, and especially let's keep our mind on the lotus feet of Srimad Narayana and Guru. So, Jai Gopal.
Guruji, is fear a product of an active and negative mind, or can it also be from the heart?
Actually, you see, fear is a product of the mind, because the heart doesn't have the feeling of fear. So what is fear? Fear is something which, how you view certain things, you view certain things either in a positive way or in a negative way. So that choice of viewing things arise inside of your mind. But there is certain people, no matter what happened in their life, they view life as positive. For them, they will find a good reason, even in something which is negative, what happened in their life, and take it in a positive way. They are always jovial and always happy. So where does that come from? That comes from your choice, where your mind is focused, how you tune your mind to it. Because if you tune your mind to be negative, you will be negative even if the whole world is in festivity. The whole world is happy. The whole world is joyful. Even if you go to heaven, if you choose yourself to be miserable, you will make that heaven become hell for you. So, fear arises from that. People have fear for so many things, but it is a product of the mind. How your mind views certain things. So very often, when the mind don't want to comprehend certain things, fear arises. But at the same time, if you want to understand something, that fear will transform into a certain joy. The same thing, you will see that in nature itself. When people go for, let's say, rafting, you see people are on the river with a boat. Do you think they don't have fear inside of them? They do have fear. Their heart is pumping, But because in their mind they have put, that it is not fear, it is adventure. So that fear transformed from fear, it become adventure. So you see that choice where your mind have put upon, to fear something, it is dreadful, it is catastrophical. Of course that will be enormous and it keep growing. That fear will not become small, it will keep growing immense and immense and immense. And this is what is a state of the mind. Now, right now you see it in the world itself. Daily you see the cases are growing and growing and growing. Actually it is growing, it's also in the mind of people. Fear is growing. When fear grows, together with fear have to project itself somewhere, So when your mind is fearful, of course everything will appear terrible. Everything is collapsing. You see even the end of the world and everything else. But in reality, no. It is the mind which is making you see that. There's a beautiful story, I told it some time back actually. There was once a king who had a dear friend of him. He was a minister of him, and he will go wherever the king will go. And that minister was very positive. In everything, he will say, it is good what have happened. And there is always a reason for that, for it to happen. So like that, the king was always amazed, looking at his dear friend being so positive even in situation which is completely negative. When somebody have to be sitting and crying and being depressed or whatever, he was positive, just like all of you devotees are positive. So like that, he was very looking at his friend in a very joyful way. So one day they went hunting, and of course he was his friend who were preparing the gun, and as he shot, he saw an animal, and he aimed for that animal and he shot. But what happened? The error happened, and the gunpowder shoot also in his finger, and he lost his finger, his thumb. So when he lost his thumb, he was really, he was really in pain and so on. And his friend was saying, "Listen, my dear friend, my dear king, it is good what have happened, and it is there must be a reason for it, for that to happen." So that enraged the king. So the king said, he could not tolerate it anymore because he was so much in pain, and then somebody is telling everything is fine. So he took his friend and threw him into the prison. So when he was in prison, he sat there and he praised God for whatever have happened. So after a few months, the king was again out from his kingdom hunting. So he was caught by a group of cannibalism people. So the cannibalism said, we got somebody nicely, now we will eat him. And so they put the fire, they prepare the nice chaudron, whatever, chaudron to cook the king. So as they were preparing, they were marinating the king, they noticed that he had one finger missing. And they had a law, they had their own rules in the cannibalism place, that they should never eat anything which is not complete. So for that reason, they let go of the king. So the king, when he was out, he rushed quickly to the prison, and he was so happy. And he was feeling so sad about how he treated his friends, and he was feeling guilty for that. For a few months he had not seen his friend, and his friend was in the prison. And then his friend was so joyful and happy. So the king could not understand, why is he joyful? Why he's so happy to be in the prison for 3 months? Just like lockdown is happening. So you all are either to take it in a positive way or negative way. So please take it in a positive way. So there's always the positive things which will come out from it. So then the king asked his friend, "Why are you so happy?" So the friend said, "Look, my dear king, I'm very happy for you. I told you, but there's always a reason. But imagine, if I will I will not be in prison right now, what will I be doing? I will accompany you. It's fine. You have a finger which is missing. They will reject you. But what about me? I would have been killed and eaten by now. So that is the reason why I'm happy." So like that, you see, you have always a choice in life to take things either positive or in a negative way. And that is up to you. You want to be happy, you want to be free from mental stress, then take your life into a positive state and make your mind positive. All the fear will disappear. Because for what use of having fear when you have Shamanarayana protecting you? You know? So open up your heart, surrender that heart, you know, to the feet of the Lord Himself.
Guruji, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna advises us to develop dispassion. But how do we distinguish in ourselves between dispassion and indifference?
This is where knowledge is important, you know, to differentiate between dispassion, because in dispassion there is how do you call it? You have a certain knowledge of what is good and what is not good. In dispassion you have that discrimination attitude. Whereas indifference, it is purely in a judgment state. You are indifferent means you choose to ignore certain fact. You know, you don't want to see something how it is really. Because you like it, you will see it. If you don't like it, you don't see it. Because you see, in dispassion, you recognize that this is good for me and this is not good for me. But you don't judge it. Even if it is not good for me, but it is not good for me, but it is good for somebody else. And you choose rightly. You choose what is from your heart itself. And you know it, that you will grow with that. There is no stress upon yourself. There is no question to it. In dispassion, there's no question. You have that deeper feeling, yes, it is right. And your whole being itself will go with it. Whereas with indifference, it is an attitude of arrogance, an attitude of pride. You choose to be indifferent in spite knowing that what you're doing is wrong. In spite of knowing, it is a very self-motivated or self-arrogance, an arrogance inside of you that make you be indifferent to things. It's like somebody is thirsty in front of you, and looking at the person, you have the choice to help the person or not. And when you are really in this passion, or in, I will not use the word dispassion, I will use the word in discrimination. Of course, you know very well that you are here to help the person. But when you are indifferent, you will not care about that person. You will choose to be very proud and very arrogant, and you don't perceive that softness inside of you. And very often you will see that, when people misunderstood, certain word, when they don't have really the deeper meaning of how to really take it and transform. Because you see, the whole Gita is about your inner transformation, the transformation of your mind, from a mind which is from the outside into the divine self. So when this is happen, you would see that automatically you are transforming into a certain a person which is full of compassion. That is, that discrimination will bring you to the state of deeper understanding and a deeper awakening. But behind everything, you have always a choice to see it either in a positive way or in a negative way. And if you choose to see it in a negative way, of course, then the whole things outside will turn to a different aspect. Look at people around you, you will see. People who have judgment, people which is self-motivated, people which is really just pulling themselves in a corner, looking only after them, only for them. Which kind of life are they? Look at their face. You will see. You walk on the street, you see, automatically you see these people. It's not about judging anybody. It's about an observation of things. And you see clearly what kind of radiance is on the face of these people. So like that, you see, in life itself, when Bhagwan said, that one have to have this attitude of dispassion. Because you see, people nowadays are so passionate, but passionate in a very egoistic way. They're passionate to have things, they're passionate to have somebody, they are passionate to do this, they are passionate to do that, But they get so attached to it, they become so dependent upon things that they are not free. When Bhagwan is talking about this passionate, doesn't mean that you should not have these things, but not be attached to it, know the deeper value to it also. That's what he meant by being dispassionate. Jagat.
Paramahamsa Vishwananda recommends we keep chanting the name of God every day. Just 15 minutes a day will help you to create an oasis of positivity and divinity in your life. We invite you to submit questions and learn more about Paramahamsa Vishwananda and his Bhakti Marga mission by visiting paramahamsavishwananda.com. Thank you for joining us today. Please join us again for another live Connect with the Divine session every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 o'clock Germany time.